Bienvenidos and welcome to Barcelona, Spain. It's semi-finals time in the Louis Vuitton Cup. Emirates Britannia were the top qualifier in the round robins and won the right to pick their opponent, Alinghi Red Bull Racing. The first two teams to win 5 races make it through to the Louis Vuitton Cup final. Let's head to the start box for semi-final number 1. Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli has port entry against American Magic.
We've seen over the last couple of weeks, it's not just about positioning on that line, it's about hitting that line at absolutely over maximum pace.
Oh, and Luna Rossa here having to really make a decision there to lead back.
Full speed from here. How's that angle? Still overlap. Good. For a re-roll. Fast here. Give it fast. 7 to be almost racing, okay?
Final 30 seconds at the start.
Yeah, Luna Rossa sailing back through gas here, so American Magic possibly rolling over the top of Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli here.
Turning right. Okay, he's going behind him.
Jimmy Spittle heading up.
Got one line for turn here, guys.
I'm trying to build here. Okay, we are lane.
Tough spot for Luna Rossa.
Yep, early advantage American Magic.
Hey, stand by. Put down in 2.
The Louis Vuitton Cup semi-finals have arrived, so let's do this.
Pressure this way.
Really good top here.
Great start by American Magic. They really wanted that left-hand side, and they took it.
No more. On board down, my button. In 3, 2, 1.
Turning.
Okay, just punch through here for now.
Yep. Put pressure on your nose.
Pressing here.
Presses. I'll be for a little wider build.
Chris, push the top left button.
Okay, stand by.
A big gain there to American Magic. 2 down-speed tacks there for Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli have really put them on the back foot early here, Shirley, and they've got a bit of work to do.
Going -2 here, no more.
Hey, copy. On early, it's easy, boys.
It's going quite a bit past. Okay, he tacks now. Okay, my button here made a big gain. 3, 2, 1.
And turning.
A little gain there to Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, but now not much runway to tack back and clear their air, so they're going to have to punch through the dirt there, and they are on ley line, so they're going to have to eat a bit of dirt all the way into the top here.
3, 2, 1, clear.
Going down
All the way.
It's pretty soft this way.
So they'll go a split tack around the marks and head down for the first downwind leg.
All clear.
Rolling down.
Oh, hang on, hang on.
That's a big wash-off of speed there.
One slight mistake could be costly.
Yep.
Have they got it back up?
That's a pressure look to boundary. You got 20 seconds.
Looks all right here.
Really big loss in speed there. You'll see quite a good gain there to Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
Happy to go any. He's made a big gain there.
Yeah, he just had more left, okay?
Yep.
But you can see that wobbly mark rounding has turned into a big gain for the Italians.
Yeah. Better ahead. Says.
2, 1, board's going.
Luna Rossa really pushing down and great pace.
Gain there.
Coming into more pressure, the green spot just in front of them.
I think we go on ley line and we do a JK. What do we think
We
here?
can check over. Let's see what it looks like.
Yeah. Good pressure.
American Magic really having to sail well from here to keep their elbows out.
And lock him if you need.
Luna Rossa are on the charge.
We wait for him to drive in that case.
Okay, that's the late line there.
This is what you call America's Cup racing, Peter Lester.
Well, it's game on now. American Magic after that jibe looked pretty quiet, and in fact they've now jibed away. So this bottom mark approach and exit, it could be the game changer for this one. Big manoeuvre coming up in the next, 2 or 3 minutes. It could be the deciding one.
American Magic have their nose, and it's just a nose in front of Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli as they complete the 4th leg.
turning up.
Expect the Italians to roll straight into attack here.
He's got he tacks building.
Really close race here now. It's a big push here for the American team. Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli sailing bow free and in clear air, so
All the rights with the Italian as they meet in the middle.
Intersection, 5 seconds. He's coming down. Happy to come down a little here, please. Are we dipping? Coming down, coming down, please.
a really nice job there by Francesco Bruni on the leeward wheel.
Make sure the jib's set nice. Beautiful.
Pressure is going right overall, guys.
I think I've got to go to this pressure here.
That's fine. Go to ley line. We're gaining big time here.
So a big header there for American Magic. You just look at their track as they cave into the left. So big gain, big swing there to the advantage of Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
Bye, guys.
Anytime.
2, 1, on down.
A pressure move on Luna Rossa here. Have to execute this manoeuvre well, which they do.
Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, they have been chasing American Magic for the majority of this opening Louis Vuitton Cup semi-final, and they get it done. The silver bullet has fired.
Yeah, I think we use every opportunity to stay close and not to give too much space to them, and waiting for a little mistake and we jump on it. So I'm very proud with the team. We have to focus on the next one.
Yeah, we did. They did a great job, sort of keeping it tight, and then when an opportunity came up, they pounced. So hats off to them.
The next semi-final showdown sees Ineos Britannia meet Alinghi Red Bull Racing. So here we go, second race of the day, the Louis Vuitton Cup semi-finals.
Slow increase in breeze, so should see some slight increase in performance and speeds.
Discount the battery, there's driving now. 30 for the They look early. I think they're too early. They're staying low. They below committee line. Plenty of time. Happy to extend behind them. 12 below committee. They're already low in the box, guys. Not aware. We're below committee.
Alinghi happy to let them go.
Board up in high road. 2, 1, go on board, go mate.
Looks like final approach for Ineos Britannia. They're just losing a little bit of speed there.
See the time to kill graphic on the mastheads of both boats, so almost showing the Swiss there a fraction late. So really big push now for the Swiss team to accelerate the boat. They will come in over speed compared to the British.
Inside the last 10 seconds, this is the second race of the day in the Louis Vuitton Cup semi-finals. Top qualifier on your left, Ineos Britannia facing up against Alinghi Red Bull Racing, and we are good to go off the coast of Barcelona.
A big gain to Alinghi Red Bull Racing there. Both boats actually late for the start, so possible lull in breeze. Both boats late there. Expect Alinghi Red Bull Racing to hit the British in the first attack of the race.
Beautiful start by the Swiss, and now with that wide, that gapping off the opposition, it's so strong, isn't it?
At the moment, got quite a long way this way. Feels like they might struggle to get to boundary. Got pressure coming down to us in 10 here. Could be lefty.
Ineos Britannia actually closing that gap. They did so well positioning.
They've kept their air intake clean the whole way across here, so absolutely doing the best possible job they can after that late start.
Let's think about going here. Yeah, stand by. 2, 5, forward down. 3, 2, 1, mate. Turning. 5, 2, 1, going forward. A little softer here.
Alinghi Red Bull Racing pushing all the way to ley line here. They'll have to be careful of the boundary.
Nice, good speed. 4 down.
Copy, push that mode.
2, 1, play.
Another fascinating first upwind leg, but at this point in time, it's advantage Alinghi Red Bull Racing, but not by much.
Big gains there to Ineos Britannia, all getting quite high there and heeled, so that rudder only just in the water there for the British. So they're the right-of-way boat now. Alinghi Red Bull Racing having to give way, and a high-pressure jibe here for Alinghi.
Nice work. Nice, that's not good again. Should be along this way now, Sean. Little increase in 3.
Ineos Britannia just blowing through to leeward there, so a lead change
Eyes on them.
in this race.
We've seen Ineos Britannia really quite quick in these conditions on the downwind legs.
Happy just sticking with them.
Ineos Britannia downwind, just stomping the foot on the accelerator.
Yeah. Pretty average shift at the moment.
Lined up a couple of beautiful shifts and puffs down there, Shirley, and really done some damage against Alinghi Red Bull Racing there. And for later, they're obviously going well performance-wise as well, but really lining up some nice ones there.
With the British boat extending leg on leg, perfectly riding the tricky conditions, Alinghi Red Bull Racing had no answers. Ineos Britannia have won their first race in the Louis Vuitton Cup semi-finals, and they have done it in style. And again, they have made a monster statement. We are quick.
They were going all right. Guys are doing a good job. We didn't have a greatest of starts. Wind just went a little bit light and left for us, so Swiss did a nice job getting a jump on us off the line. But then we dug in and got past nicely. So yeah, the boat's going well. The guys are doing a really good job trying to sail it well in this tricky, puffy, shifty conditions.
Almost the hardest condition we sailed here. But I think Ineos did a really good job on the race and extend, and kind of didn't have much breeze behind. So yeah, I mean it's not over. It's just only the first race. We keep on pushing and try to keep the good works up.
Coming up, can American Magic even the score against Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli after the tight finish in their first encounter? Welcome back to the Louis Vuitton Cup semi-finals. The first two teams to draw blood were Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli and Ineos Britannia. So let's head to the start box for the third race of the day. American Magic has port entry against Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
5.
Okay, happy to go into a jibe here.
15 and 25.
Gonna jump here?
Up. Yep.
Happy to jump.
Yeah,
Stand by.
2. He does.
1.
Okay.
Well done.
20 pin.
Luna Rossa happy to lead back. We heard the conversation.
We're losing it here, boys.
Oh, lost the rudder there. The Italians.
Plenty on out of here.
Big skid there. They are massively down speed, so on the back foot there, advantage to American Magic now. We'll try and roll them and put them right in the dirty air off the rig.
Lay line here.
By right turn.
Still quite a lot of time.
I think he can shut us.
No, negative. He cannot shut. He cannot shut.
Could be powered up here, guys, for this. Up on the line, okay?
Yeah, we have good separator right at this stage.
Full speed.
Yeah, I'm happy with this.
Hey, not far.
So time to kill there. You can see Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli early for the start line, so they will have to wash off a bit of speed, as do American Magic, but more time to kill for the Italians.
Luna Rossa really trying to keep the gauge, keep the distance between the two boats.
10 seconds to go to the start of the third race in the Louis Vuitton Cup semi-finals. It's going to be tight for both teams.
Fully racing.
But we are on. Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, American Magic.
He's in a little high mode. We are good here. Happy to stay.
Hey, normal mode, boys.
Yeah, I'm going to be in a high groove.
Hey, stand by.
Yeah.
The big red here.
5.
He's tight. Heading in the zone. He takes bearing, pressing a little bit.
Little speed build for American Magic, so the Italians not being able to quite hang on long enough and having to concede. It'll be a little bit of a holding pattern for the next 30 or 40 seconds, and the action will all happen as the boats come back on the opposite tack.
Very slow at this.
Put down in 2.
Italians right away, Yacht.
And Turning, ready.
What a late tack there by American Magic. So
No problem, we are clear.
Luna Rossa punching through the dirty air and actually back into clear air there. So
Make sure if we need
not getting affected there.
Yeah, we're going to go for a right-hand turn.
Rolling up just a little bit.
We've made a nice gain here.
American Magic, in the words of Tom Slingsby at the top gate for the first time, they have made a nice gain here.
You are clear to come down in 3, 2.
And they take what they say the right turn and head downwind for the first time in this third semi-final of the day.
Nice. Sailing VMG.
Luna Rossa having to dig their way back into this.
They come back, take a look on the software.
Saying that he's not going to lay, so ideally...
It's lighter at this bottom half of the track. Both boats saying between 7 and 8 knots, right in the danger zone.
Yeah, in my button.
A little build here.
And by. Put down in 3, 2.
Nice, 1 and in left for us.
Big pressure move here for the American team.
Very little grip here.
They have to execute this well.
I think they like what they see on the left-hand side of the track.
Keep the boat on the foils, guys.
American Magic getting themselves around that bottom mark. Are they staying on the foils?
Oh, they're marginal. I think they're off the foils, the Americans.
No, not again. They are off the foils. Confirmation. Patrick's down.
Hey, reset.
And watch Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli pounce. And pounce they will.
Anything for Bill? -3.
That jibe, they just had to go half a boat length further.
It's a great puff over here.
But back on the foils again now, so a quick rebuild, but a lead change advantage now to the Italian team of Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. So the Americans having to give way here and duck Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
And angle there.
Nice.
One of the best sights in America's Cup racing. Crosses. Close-up crosses. Love it.
Into the wind, yeah.
Cross. Very close.
On the wind.
The right-of-way boat now, American Magic. Decision time for Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli to decide what they want to do here.
Yeah, he's got a nice shift there.
Got a stacking at the moment.
Out.
I will. Hey, it's a little fast mode here. Not him.
1 in 5.
Quite a big duck there for Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, almost across the bow, but
Good pressure this way.
the Italians not wanting to risk getting a penalty at this stage of the race.
I don't think it's worth the tax at the moment.
It looks like a little right-hand wind to the Italian team, so that's what they'll be hoping for. A little right shift of that breeze, and the American Magic team here, I feel, will be sailing back into potentially a little right-hand air, so they won't want that.
Big pressure out the right at the moment.
Yeah, but I think we go left gate early drive.
Okay. Yeah, happy with that.
Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli 1-0 up on American Magic and leading them at the halfway point in this third semi-final of the day. The Louis Vuitton Cup semi-finals in Barcelona.
Happy to go. I'm quite sure that if he drives, we have to match.
Really starting the sails here. It's very marginal.
You keep an eye on the VMGs as both boats get into that pressure on the other side.
Better pressure now.
Definite gains early on there to American Magic, so they're going to get the meat of it.
3, 2,
Tom Slingsby deciding to jibe back through the face of that pressure, so we'll expect to see the Italians match. But if American Magic can jibe back across the face of this next breeze,
on the bikes, boys. Do everything you got this run.
the Italians will be on the back foot. So gains there to American Magic. Decision time for Luna Rossa whether they match or not on the jibe back.
He's jib. He's jib. He's out.
A jib in if you can.
Push.
Classic finish coming up in race 3 of the Louis Vuitton Cup semi-finals. And it will be another race win to Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. When they cross that line,
and boards down.
they will go 2-0 against American Magic in the Louis Vuitton Cup semi-finals. They hung tough and did the job.
Yeah, it was a much better race. We got off the line well, that one. But, man, just absolutely brutal for the boys on the bikes. It was very, very patchy, the breeze, and we had to go into a pretty defensive mode in that last run.
Obviously not the result we want for day one, but we're right in there, you know. Shows that Tom can execute really good starts, and the guys in the back are doing a great job, so just gotta stay in it and keep chipping.
So to the final semi-final of day one. Can Alinghi Red Bull Racing claw a point back from Emirates Britannia?
And Alinghi Red Bull Racing look like they've come off the foils here.
No,
but
no.
They need to tack here and make sure they're within the boundary. Otherwise, they will get a boundary penalty, which they do not need. So they've got a big job now to try and re-accelerate. The boat does not want to accelerate forward here in these light conditions when you spin it that hard in displacement mode. So
long way this way. And it might be too late for that. Yeah, too late, past 2:10.
So Alinghi Red Bull Racing asking for a 15-minute delay, but I feel they may have pulled their card too late.
Unfortunately, the delay card needs to be requested before the warning signal.
So you heard there from Mel Roberts. Penalty.
This is the umpires. Boundary penalty Switzerland. Boundary penalty Switzerland.
So the Swiss team absolutely needing to accelerate here. Very, very light where they are, so they will need to accelerate, get the boat foiling, enter, and then try and make the start.
They're up with 60 seconds to go and aiming towards the start line. Alinghi Red Bull Racing.
This is the umpires. Failed entry Switzerland. Penalty, failed entry Switzerland. You have 2 penalties.
Emirates Britannia off the foils.
Oh, this is all on. So the penalty will be a get behind penalty. So they still have to be behind the British at the start. So they've got to time their run now to make sure they're behind, wash the penalty, and then stay in the race. Alinghi Red Bull Racing will need to tack and dip.
Big push.
We are finally racing in the last Louis Vuitton Cup semi-final of the day.
British rolling immediately into attack there. Just keeping their boat on the foils. Deep cambers in their sails, so max power there.
Let's get pressure here.
Penalties clear. Penalties clear.
It's all about who can keep foiling, and I look at the two boats, and Alinghi Red Bull Racing look to have, you know, the harder time keeping the boat up all the time. Ineos looks just a little bit more comfortable. They can throw the boat round. The boat looks just a little bit more forgiving.
Every manoeuvre high risk, and you've really got to save it from maximum wind pressure. You've been so smooth in execution.
Nice, guys. I think we'll get this way.
And you see the big right-hand shift there of the British, that big wind. So picking some really nice lanes on this upwind. Ineos Britannia and the coaching team will be happy that the guys are sailing with their eyeballs open.
It looks like with the right breeze, an increase in pressure, it's just sort of wafted in. They've now got between 8 and 10 knots across the course.
Ineos Britannia controlled this race beautifully, sending a big message to the other 3 challengers. Ineos Britannia, the official challenger of record, are steaming home on the first day of the Louis Vuitton Cup finals, and when they cross the line they will go 2-0 against Alinghi Red Bull Racing. What a start to the day of the semi-finals.
Oh yeah, it's pretty light out there, you can see that, and the Swiss had a few problems coming off the foil and boundary penalties, and the guys did a really good job just to get the boat foiling. And then after that, it's had a nice race, but it's been tricky today. But this wind really shifting, really puffy, tough for all of the teams, I think.
A perfect start for both Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli and Ineos Britannia. They took all the points on offer on day one, both now only 3 wins away from the Louis Vuitton Cup final. We will be back tomorrow with more high-speed drama as the race for survival continues.